Hello everybody and welcome to Mark Goldbridge. That's Football. Super Sunday has been done. We're going to do a little bit of FIFA, Juventus, Manchester United for the Tuesday game, but obviously we had the United stand versus Arsenal Fan TV today this afternoon, and I just want to start off by saying, look, football's great, the banter's great. This is what I was driving back with Sophie and George, and we were saying this on the way back, that you know what, the great thing about football is that it's divisive, it's passionate. There's always, sometimes you're going to get a draw. Who likes a draw? You're going to get winners, you're going to get losers. And today we took the big W and other team took an L. But you know what? In absolute honesty, the Arsenal Fan TV guys are fantastic. The setup they've got, some of the players they've got. And it was a very, very interesting game. But you know what? I'm just really proud of what we did today. A lot of players turned up we'd never met. We played 4 United stand regulars. That's what we believed was the right thing to do. The opposition didn't do that. Now, there's reasons why they didn't do that, but one of their players did come on, in all fairness, and at that point it was 1-0 to us anyway. So, I felt it was a shame that the game had to get cancelled because of a few red cards, but we would have won that game. 100% we were going to win that game. We did win the game, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. I think, obviously the DT stuff with me and him was actually, you know what? In hindsight, it was good fun. It was good fun. It was a good game. We had a good laugh on the way back, talking about it, and it was entertaining. There were some regrettable things in there, of course there was, but I'm a firm believer. I'm getting on now, late 30s. I was just happy. The thing for me is I played CDM with Sophie next to me, which absolutely cannot give enough plaudits to her. I mean, female football's on the up, but some of Arsenal players, Arsenal Fan TV players, are very good young lads, and she played in the midfield alongside me and didn't look out of place. So that's a brilliant advert for, I said to Sophie on the way back, it was a bit of an experiment for me to watch a woman playing against men and seeing, what it was all about, and, absolutely brilliant. It was great to witness. Flex and Rants both scoring goals. Hopefully we'll get the highlights of those tomorrow. Obviously me and DT coming together in the centre circle. All I'm going to say is, look, I've played a lot of football in my life, and if you can do something to get away with it without the referee seeing it, when someone gives you a dig, if you get, that's what it's all about, isn't it? That's what it's all about. Keane Vieira, Goldbridge versus DT, whatever, for me, what happens on the pitch stays on the pitch, and that is why when we went down before the game, we were asked to do interviews and stuff. And I was like, look, we're playing a team that's played a lot of games together. It's a great setup. I haven't met most of this team yet. You want me to go Billy Big Bollocks and start going, yeah, we're going to win the game. We're going to win the game. No, I'm not going to do that. All I'm going to say is we're going to give it everything we've got and let's see what happens. And, we did. But I think because we went into it with that mentality, we always kept our cool. We all stayed calm. We all stayed focused. And, I'm a firm believer in that on a football pitch. And I think if you don't do that, then indiscipline reigns. And that's why we ended up, they ended up with 8 players and we kept 11 on the pitch. Football's a passionate game. You've got to control it. You've got to keep a lid on it. And look, I really did enjoy it. And, it's a game of football at the end of the day. It's finished now. There's an L and there's a W, and we've got the W, and it was convincing, and I understand why this moaning and negativity on the part of the loser, but you got to take your medicine, you got to move on, and if the roles had been reversed, I think it would be 10 times worse than what we'd be getting back, and we were sort of prepared for that as well. We were sort of prepared for that because the setup there is good, but I was only meant to be playing the first 20 minutes. We had 4 or 5 substitutes, and I was like, playing against really fit players like this, I'm going to struggle. And I was like, no, I'll go to half time because we're not going to do the rolling subs. I'll play till half time, and then somebody else can have the second half. Because in that CDM role, I was comfortable. I felt comfortable on it, and really good. Round of applause for Goatbridge. W's left, right, and centre. What happened with the AFT players that got sent off? Says JJMUF7. Look, to be honest with you, at the point that 2 of their players got sent off, me and DT were getting booked by the ref, and I was more concerned whether the ref had fully seen what had happened from me, because he said to DT, "I'm booking you for this reason, and I'll speak to you in a minute." And my whole mind was, has he seen what I've done? Is he going to give me a red card? So I'm not totally aware what happened. All I would say is, if anyone can ever remember Kieran Dyer and Lee Bowyer for Newcastle, I think it was something like that, which was quite surprising when you are already winning 1-0 anyway, you're playing very well, and then you see 2 of their players being sent off. It's like, we're winning this game now. I think we were going to win it anyway. I think we were well in control, but we were obviously going to win it when they went down for that players. Look, Anthony Martial, Rance's goal. The footage will go up tomorrow. Hopefully we'll get Rance's goal, Flex's goal. The third goal was brilliant from Mella, who I only met today, but it was brilliant. Centre back, from the back, scores a goal. Brilliant. Probably the goal of the game, although Rance's was very good. Flex's goal was a good goal, but it would have been Sophie's. She hit it from outside the box, hit the post, and Flex was there to tend it home. Brilliant bit of skill on Soph, but on DT. I'm sorry, I think the world needs to see that as well. And I'm more than happy for the world to see the Keane and Vieira, the BTEC version, coming together, because I've had a few bad words. My other half was not very happy. She said it looked like you did kick out, and I went, well, the ref didn't see it, so there you go. But no, I am. You know what? I'm not gonna not enjoy it, because we drove down over 2.5 hours today, and it was like, we're playing a decent team. It wasn't what was necessarily promised to us. When I said yes to it, I thought they were going to play 3 or 4 regulars from their channel, and obviously not Robbie and Claude and people like that, because that wouldn't be fair, But I thought they would have had 3 or 4 regulars like we did. That didn't happen. We decided to honour that. But I thought that's going to make it very difficult for us, and we went to their place and we won. So I'm very, very happy about that, and I would argue with anybody who says that we've got no right to sort of say we're really proud of that. We went down to their manor, we kept our cool, and we won the game. And it's a shame it got abandoned because of red cards, but it was only it got abandoned at 3-1. It would have ended up. I think we would have gone past 10, and I think I would like it to have stayed 11 versus 11, but it was going to go one way anyway. Is there going to be a rematch this Connor Park? I personally think that they're on their own journey. We're now thinking about starting our own journey, maybe having a United stand team. That's a maybe, because there were some really good lads who played for us today, and we're really seriously thinking about doing that. But a rematch, in the sense of, I don't think we need to do a rematch, to be honest with you, because the rematch would be a lot about maybe me and DT. I don't think he wants to play football anymore. I certainly don't think I really want to be playing that much football anymore. My knee's like swollen up because of my age. And I don't think it warrants a rematch. I think the game was won, and it was going to be won. So, I'm not saying never, ever, but what I'd like to see is a proper rematch with the 11 good players they've got, the 11 good players we've got, and maybe I'll be on the touchline, he can be on the touchline, whatever. But there's no immediate need for a rematch. It's not like it was close. The result was what it was. As Matty McKenna said, rematches are for close games. We don't need it. Labille Paul says, Mark Goldbridge doing his Ander Herrera shithousery. Look, mate, it's a fine line. If you've played football a lot like I have, and granted, look, I was playing against an 18-year-old lad today who is 20 years my junior, and he was directly against me, a very, very good player. And in a one-on-one situation I'd have been in trouble, but you use your brain, you mark the gaps, you close the angles, and the thing is, I might be 20 years my junior, but I've got 20 years experience on a football pitch, and there's things that you pick up to get an advantage. The referee doesn't see everything. I'm not playing Premier League where every camera's there. You use your experience, don't you? And what you don't do is, when things do kick off, you don't lose your head and start gobbing off. You just retract and say, don't know what you're on about, ref. Don't know what you're on about. That's what you do. You just what you do. When can you watch the highlights, says Eric Ross. Hopefully tomorrow. Hopefully we'll have that tomorrow. The world has to see Rance's goal. The world has to see that, and I'm sure Flex would say the same. George Kyle is in the live comments. Sophie was instrumental today. Fantastic. Easily man of the match. She was absolutely fantastic. And I was very, very proud of the United stand. Like I say, I'm not doing it to rub salt in the wound, but we had 4 United stand regulars. I present the show every week, every day. Flex is doing the fan cams. Rants is regularly on fan cams and does Flex and Rants. Sophie's on every Sunday. We are regulars on the United Stand, and that was the spine of the team. It was me and Sophie, CDM. It was Rants number 10, and it was Flex number 9. And, you know, that was the spine of that team. I mean, the centre-backs were great. Everybody else who played were absolutely fantastic. Left-back was brilliant. Goalkeeper was brilliant. But the spine of the team was United Stand regulars. You know, that is, you know, if anyone else wants to play us properly, and, you know, Arsenal Fan TV are on a different journey. They're building a team, and the setup's great there. But there are other channels out there with people. Look, I might be giving up 10 years on a lot of these YouTubers, but they're, you know, 10 years, they're giving up 10 stone on me. So, you know, I might be touching 40, but a lot of these YouTubers on other channels, they're all like late 20s, around 30, and they're carrying 10 stone. So I might be carrying 10 years, but they're carrying 10 stone on me. So, you know, I loved it today. I think it should happen more. It's more about, and it's a shame it wasn't opened up to YouTube, to live streams, to people to come and watch it who wanted to watch it, because it does a lot of good as well. And I think it probably would have calmed down a lot of the issues on the pitch if a lot of people were watching. So that would be a positive. And but I don't think that was anybody's fault. I just don't think anybody really understood that there would be a lot of interest in it. Better than Matic at CDM. I wouldn't go that far. Anthony Martial, do you like DT, Mark? I don't. I know he's a very passionate guy. Sometimes I get on with him okay. Sometimes I get on with him well. Sometimes we don't get on well at all. And sometimes he says things that I just think, why do you say that? But at the end of the day, I live my life in this sense that, look, I can be passionate, I can do banter, I can go against somebody on a football pitch, but my motto is that I don't really want to hold grudge with people. Everybody's a human being. As I always say, you never know what's going on behind those glass eyes or behind closed doors. You don't know what people are struggling with. You don't know why people do things. So I'm not there to stick the knife in or you know, demonise a person. I'll give him the L, because in a footballing sense, it was delivered. We came, we saw, we conquered, and that was what happened. But I'm not one for going in personally on people. It's not what I do. And he's a passionate guy, and you know, he's obviously got a lot of people who like what he does, and you know, fair play to him for that. That's what I've got to say about it. Expressions. Phil Mitchell was absolutely hilarious today. I didn't know he was going to be there. But on the touchline, he was absolutely hilarious. He was absolutely hilarious, and I'm sure a lot of you've heard what he said. Alfie Thomas says, great game today. Glad I could have came out and watched. Would love to get involved in the future. Thanks, Alfie. Thanks for the contribution as well. Yeah, I certainly would like to do it again. I thought it was great fun. Passionate. Good result. Better get on with this FIFA game anyway. Please do subscribe to this channel if you are new, by the way. You're all very, 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 very welcome. I do all my FIFA stuff on here. I do all my, we do watch-alongs on here, so I'll probably be doing a Champions League one this week as well. But I thought I'd lost you all then. There you are. Cheeky Sport apparently have got quite a good team. I think Cheeky Sport did beat Arsenal Fan TV, but I heard they had a few ringers in it. So fair play to them. What's my score prediction for the Juventus game? I'll do that tomorrow, mate, when I do the preview on the United Stand. The match was in London today. I think what was the score in the Everton Crystal Palace game, actually? Because there was only one Super Sunday game today, and it was United Stand versus Arsenal Fan TV, or AFTV. Great game, Mark. Congratulations to you all, says Mad Marcus. Mad Marcus was down there today with the family. Great to have the support of them and George and everybody else who turned up. 2-0 to Everton, so we're down in 10th. Bit of a bad thing to end the day on. So United are down to 10th. Gaz Elliott, only one Mark Goldbridge, just seen the match. DT was embarrassing. Yeah, Hussein Hassan. I saw the 442's video. To be honest with you, look, it is what it is. But to call me a bloody shit Andy Tate. Well, I'm nothing like Andy Tate. You know, nothing like Andy Tate. I host the show. He's a fan cam meme, isn't he? I host the show of the United Stand. So I don't really get what that's all about. But, you know, there was another way of writing it funnier. Maybe they should come to me if they want good lines. Mr. Exclusive, how you sat there like that with DT in your pocket? Says, yeah, and thanks for the contribution. And LaRusso as well. It was just funny because I know there's a lot of videos out there and I didn't know that was meant to be happening. But there was a lot of people with mobile phones and stuff, and it was just like, you know, it was very surreal, the stuff that was going on after the game. But it wasn't like that. I mean, like, I've seen what DT said about when we came together and I was running off. Well, I watched a bit of a clip of it, and I can't really remember what happened. I know what happened in the tackle, but I got up and walked forward. Someone was trying to push me away. I actually got up and walked forward to him. Now, granted, he was like trying to get at me like bloody Scrappy-Doo, but I walked towards him because it's a football match. I don't need to start fighting somebody on a football pitch. So I walked, and then the ref took us apart, and I was stood right next to him while he was talking to us. So it's just, I don't know whether it is just aggression or whatever, but it's you lose your head on a football pitch, you end up off the football pitch, which damages your football team. You have to think about it. If it's Manchester United, Liverpool, Chelsea, whatever like that, we can all love these players, but and you all want a big tackle and you all want a bit of competitiveness, but if you lose your head and you get sent off and your team goes down to 10 men, you're probably going to lose the game. And you know, I've always been quite petulant on a football pitch, but I've always been quite clever about how I do it as well. I would never blatantly just go in on aggressively going on someone, because you're going to get a red card, and what does that achieve? Well, you're Billy Big Bollocks. Well, no, you're not. You've been sent off and you've screwed your whole team over. Who is the manager of the United Stand team? Says haha banter. I'm going to give Flex the captaincy because I gave him the captain's armband because he knew more of the players than me, and I didn't expect to be on the pitch much. I was going to be on the touchline, so I was sort of player manager and Flex was captain. So yeah, that's how it worked. Liam Gerety says £1. I'll tell you a funny story about the captaincy. Actually, we were gonna, when we were talking to DT in the car park, he was like, "My team's not like Mourinho. My team passes the ball and moves and this, that, and the other." So me and Flex were like, "Well, we don't know most of our players, but why don't we try a 3-5-2? Because then you can have you'd have your 3 centre backs, your wing backs, 3 in the midfield, 2 forwards. So you pack in the middle. If they do pass the ball around, you've not given them much space." Then when we tried to do that, we realised we only had 2 people to play centre-back. So we just, sod it, let's go 4-4-2. And, I mean, I played CDM, and it's probably the easiest game I've played, considering I haven't played for a while. Because it was just long ball after long ball. Long ball after long ball. Mad Marcus was sort of a token manager, yeah. I was going to be the captain, Eric Ross, but as I said, I didn't know a lot of the players, and I just gave it to Flex. You know, he did organise most of the team. Apparently we're in the Daily Mirror as well. It's the old Keane versus Vieira thing, which I didn't even start. DT did it. He said Vieira versus Keane. I can't moan about what basically promoted. I tell you what, I doubt there's anybody here who knows anything about it, but I do want to start playing 5-a-side again. So if anyone plays regular 5-a-side in Birmingham area, I'd happily come along. There should be footage out tomorrow, Smith Reen, so it'll be like highlights that should be out. Bing Bong Ding Dong wants to play for us, but he lives in New Zealand. It's a bit of a commute, mate, when you're playing a game and probably taking 5 days to get home. Dudley's probably a little bit too far for me, Jake. Tom Greaves wants me to play FIFA. I think Troop's had a bad ankle. I think he's had operation on his ankle. But, I don't know how good he is. I can't come and play in Loughborough, David. It's too far. Hassan Sharif, never in a million years. Robbie wasn't there. I think if Robbie had been there, then it might have got quite interesting, but he wasn't able to make it. I spoke to him after the game. What channel will the highlights be on? Hopefully we'll be able to put it up on the United stand. Just be nice to get it out there. Lee Newman wants to play for the United stand, but he can't because he's only 15 and lives in South Shields. It's a bit of a problem for you. How good was Rance's goal? Says Mad Lad. You know what? It was the sort of goal you want. It's the sort of ball that you want to land to you unmarked on the edge of the D. And I mean, he finished it brilliantly, but it just dropped to him to hit, and he hit it. And I'm pretty sure he hit it with his left foot. It was unstoppable. And the best thing about it is, if they show the celebration, he wanted to take his top off, but he was already on the yellow card, so he sort of stopped himself. But he played well. You know, I'd played with any of these people before. Rance is a good player, and you know, Flex ran the line as well, not as a linesman, but up front. And as I said, Sophie was the one who impressed me the most. DT hasn't deactivated Pitcher. I don't know what went wrong, but he's still on Twitter. Matthew Lewis plays at Birmingham Uni. I could do that. That sounds good if you've got a spare spot. I heard Azrael says he's heard I'm getting an inform card this week on FIFA 19. I bloody deserve it. I definitely deserve it. And she was brilliant in the midfield, Sophie was. Match summary, please, says Cool Alex FC. Yeah, so basically, Sophie shot from outside the box, hit the post, Flex followed it in. Then the incident occurred between me and DT, which we both got booked for. Whilst that was going on, the Kieran Dyer and Lee Bowyer incident happened with two Arsenal players who then got sent off, putting them down to 9 men. Then they equalised. We switched off. I've got to say, I did say it. I said it on the pitch. How have we let 9 men equalise? Because we switched off, because we thought the game was won. Then we went to 3-1. This is all in the first half, you know, because the game didn't make half time. And then there was another sending off. Because of dissent to the referee because of a foul on Sophie. I thought it was a foul. And then the game got abandoned. So we were 3-1 up at that point when they had 3 men sent off. So, and we didn't even make half. It was the longest half of football I've ever played, to be honest. But there you go. But yeah, two Arsenal players did get sent off, and I believe it was because of a sort of Lee Bowyer, Kieran Dyer thing. I don't know whether they were fighting, but they were certainly, I think, arguing. I didn't even know that Redmen TV had a team. The trouble is, though, what we found today with this is that, look, I'm happy to play other fan channels if it's like Mark, Sophie, Flex, Rance. You've got at least 3 people who are on the channel. I'm more than happy to do that. That works. But when it's like you turn up and it's like, oh, you're on the touchline, are you? And we're playing 11 people who've never been on your channel, but you're building a team a bit like #United. It doesn't really work, that doesn't. So it was great to beat a team in that scenario, but it was a mismatch today. So if we were going to do any other games like that, I think it would have to be, right, let's do it, but you've got to have 3 or 4 people off the channel on your team. Otherwise, as a spectacle and as a game, it's a bit unfair. I mean, it worked for us today, which is, you know, it was a bit David and Goliath today. But the best team won. Maybe I should play DT at FIFA, yeah. Apparently, I'm going to be playing expressions at FIFA. That was agreed after the game. That sounds like a very interesting game. We just need to figure out how to do that. That would be good fun. I was centre defensive midfield. Well, sort of midfield today, to be honest. Next to Soph, James. You see, Apex, a 5-a-side team against us would be a very good game because you've got me, Sophie, Flex, Rance, and then you could play Ross, you could play Marcus. You know, they're both good players as well. 5-a-side game would be brilliant. I've never heard of Talk FCB. Anyway, should we crack on with this game? Because people are like, please play the FIFA game. Please play the FIFA. Kieran Byrne, yes, he was. And he was very good. And he was a very good lad, actually, to be fair. He's a good player and he was a good lad. And that's the truth. They had a couple of really good players and he was one of them.
is how Manchester United win. Number 1, David De Gea.
Anthony Martial, was DT good? Oh, it's not fair to say that. But there was a lot of talk. That's all I'm going to say. There was a lot of talk about I'm good. I think like me, his best years are behind him. Shiam, yeah, look, you know, I agree. Some of the tweets that were said after the game are just ridiculous. I don't agree with people who go personal on people, but here we go. I've just remembered I'm playing this on Legendary as well. Rahuf, yes he did. I've just sort of answered that for Kieran. He's a good player as well. Shame you can't get myself on this game. That'd be good. Maybe I should do a career mode with me. Play me in the CDM role. God, where's the movement? Playing Italians, that's why. Well organised defensively. There it is, look. It's a shit pass as well. Come on, this is boring. What? I thought De Gea threw it then. What level did I play in my prime? To be honest, my football career is really difficult to talk about because it's really quite mixed. Between the age of about 14 and 17 was my prime years. That's when I had trials with Northampton Town, Peterborough United. I was scouted by a couple of teams, not Premier League teams, but you know, they're sort of, they would have been like League One and League Two now. My school team was very good. My Sunday team was very good. And then when I got to about 17, I got into something called Oasis, and smoking and drinking and women, and sort of gave up on playing football because it didn't go well with the fitness levels. Then I moved to Ireland and played a little bit of what was semi-pro football there for about 18 months. Then I moved back to England, and then the job I did for the next 10 years... That's a good goal. That's a good goal. See, I'm talking to you. The job I did for sort of like the next 10 years meant that playing football was very difficult, although I did play for their team a bit. And I played for another team, I think it was in Coeshill. They were very good. And at this stage, I was in my sort of mid to late 20s. And then I sort of hit that age then where I was still good, but you're playing against lads in their 20, you know, they're 20, 19, 18, 21, and you're, you know, approaching 30. And the game doesn't become so easy fitness-wise, but you're playing at a decent standard, and for fitness levels there, it's easier for them. And that was pretty much it really then. Lots of five-a-side, but yeah, played at good level. Chris Maloney, I'm not going to admit to anything other than Benson and Hedges. Asking me what I smoked. Good. Why are we going backwards? This is not the tactic to do against Juventus because they play such a bank. They're hard to break down, are Juventus? Well, Expressions was funny because Rance is his brother, isn't he? So obviously Expressions was on our side for the from the touchline. So. I'm not focused for this today. So De Gea. Oh yeah, I won't be ranting tonight at FIFA. I'm too tired. I really just wanted to go live and talk about the game for you a little bit and just chill out on a Sunday night because we had no Sunday night on the United stand. I'm still Mourinho out, Giovanni. I am still Mourinho out. Remember, smash a like on the video and do subscribe if you're new. Bottom right hand corner. This isn't the United Stand. This is the Mark Goldbridge That's Football channel, where I'll be back doing my normal FIFA tomorrow. I do like Ultimate Team, and I certainly haven't finished it, but I have got to do a career mode at some point. Oh, that was brilliant by Chris Smalling, flicking it onto the back post for a Juventus player. Yeah, prick. I wouldn't take Conte, no, Joe. They are actually on the advertising hoardings celebrating in front of the Stretford end. Yeah, that's going to work.
Juventus goal, number 10, Paulo Dybala.
Red Dead Redemption 2 sounds very interesting to me, but I don't know whether I'd have the time to do it as a sort of live streams. So it's like Grand Theft Auto for Western, isn't it? Sounds interesting. That's how you head it, Smalling. God, Legendary's not for me today, is it? I'm way too relaxed. That's a goal. Good save. De Gea's at it today. It'd be interesting if Madrid... I'm not even winning headers now. Madrid have lost 4 out of their last 5 games. He'll be getting the sack. But who will they bring in? Will they go Jardim? They won't get Zidane back because he left on purpose. So that's a shit ball by Matic. What a surprise! Look at Lukaku. I'm shit. One thing I would say about Flex is he did play well, but he has got the touch of Lukaku. I did tell him that. Terrible first touch. He didn't like that. But it's true. He could have gone in on me. There's loads of things he could have said me. Fellaini's quicker than me. It's Fairfax. I don't know whether this black controller's now broke. Like my left controller. I think Martial could score 30 goals in a season for United if he was allowed to play every game. I do. Can't believe United are down to 10th in the league. What a fucking joke. Oh, but it's good to draw to Chelsea. Let's look at the whole season as a whole. 8 games in, we're 10th. Fucking joke. Shyam's right. I shouldn't be playing Legendary when I'm just trying to chill and interact with you. I'd put Flex up front instead of Lukaku at the moment as well. You're right. Could be 11th tomorrow if Leicester win. I think Arsenal will win that. DT's mood will lift in the next 24 hours. There seems to be, you know, it's not necessarily an easy game for them to win, but it seems to be the sort of game that they do win at the moment. What was that? Who was that? Herrera. I don't even know why Herrera's on the pitch. How is Herrera on the pitch? Because I subbed him for Fred. If that had been Fred, it would have been on his left foot. Come on. Who's going to win the Premier League? Man City. It'll be Man City or Liverpool, and I think it'll be Man City only because at the moment what separates them is the fact that Man City went to Anfield and got a result, didn't it? So even if they keep winning to win the league, I think Liverpool are going to have to do that. Win it there. Here since Soccer Box, you're now my hero, says Dedrick Riggs. Well, I'm just glad that a lot of people got enjoyment out of today like we did. You know, the little people. You know, football's not always about these millionaires. It can be about the fans. And I think that's why it was good entertainment today. It really was. I enjoyed it. And it's good to come. You know, I said to Soph and George when we were driving back that, you know, I don't think today was what I expected it to be driving home. I thought we would probably get beat by a good team, and we won. DT goes to sleep wearing hats. He's embarrassing. Well, today he's got what? He's going to sleep with a hat. Ooh, what a goal! That's got a big L on it. And it's important that when you do lose games, that you do take it with a pinch of credibility and humility. Daniel Tam says Real sacked their manager and want to hire Mourinho. That was a cracking goal. Have they sacked the manager then, Daniel? They can have Jose for me. They can have him back. But I don't think they do want him back. I don't think their fans want Mourinho. They hated him. They can have him though. I bloody love it. Wouldn't you? I'll tell you what, who won't love it. That wasn't the pass I played. Rival fans, I'd absolutely love it if he went to go to their place. Overdid that.
Substitution for Juventus.
I think they'll go for Pochettino because Pochettino cannot go for Barcelona. But this is it. You know, Real Madrid, he's only been there how long and they're sacking him already. But they'll be successful because of that. You got these United fans who are like, oh, I don't want to be a sacking club. Why? We've given Mourinho 3 seasons. This is season 3. If someone's not good enough, you don't stick with them because you don't want to be a oh, I don't want to be a sacking club. But he's not good enough. Yes, Mark, how's it going, says Connor Parker. It's good. Sing as a Robbie Williams song, Mark, says the Game Face HD. Go on then, I'm in a good mood. One thing a lot of people who are close to me say is you don't celebrate personal success very well at all. And it's probably true, I don't. So there's a little bit of a celebration song. Give me a Robbie Williams one. I'm not doing Rock DJ. I'm not doing Angels either. Michael Caine, I don't know whether I can do. I'm operating at probably 4 out of 10 of everything I do at the moment because I'm just very tired and my knee really hurts. When you get to my age, as I said, deep heat becomes your best friend. Goal! What? It's bloody Lukaku's fault. It was a lovely bit of play. Hell is gone and heaven's here. There's nothing left for you to fear. Shake your ass, come over here. Now sing. You're a burning effigy of everything I used to be. You're my rock of sympathy, my dear. So come on, let me entertain you. I'm not. You've ended pretty well. If it was, because not really entertaining you, am I? I'm playing shite. I will sleep well tonight, James Drew. There's nothing like going to bed tired when you've been doing physical activity. I worked in a job behind a desk for about 2 years and 9-hour days, really, really stressful, dealing with members of staff with all sorts of bloody moans and groans, because that's the modern day, plus doing your day job. You get home, you're mentally absolutely shattered, but you've done sod all physically. You can't beat physical activity for sleep. He needs a runner. Go on, Martial. Nah. I'm playing on legendary LMC games and I actually can't be arsed. I only went live to talk about the United Stand versus AFT match, which was all in the first few minutes, so I just thought I'd do a little bit of FIFA as well, because that's the sort of thing we do on here. United Stand will be back tomorrow. Good head of that. With a Juventus preview, and I'm hoping we will get you the official, not off somebody's phone, because there were proper camera crews at this game today, and if we can get the footage, because it wasn't us filming it because we were away from home, so it was Arsenal Fan TV, but I'm pretty sure that Robbie said that we can have it tomorrow, so that would be cool. Good shot, could be 5. So we should get out for you tomorrow as well. Cole Ferguson says, I am back, Mark, and by the sounds of it, your football career as well. I think that might have been my last game today, but never say never. I feel a bit like Hulk Hogan. You know, I'm like one of those wrestlers who that's it, and then, you know, if the right match comes up, I'll do it. I'll do it. I will. What was that? No, Robbie's a cracking bloke, to be fair. Totally hateable. I'm the Triple H of YouTube football, Kyle Ferguson. Exactly, I like Triple H. I prefer Shawn Michaels, but he has retired. Imagine if this was the proper score on Tuesday night. It would be bye-bye Jose, but I don't think he'll turn it up for it as lethargic as I have. Too easy. Sandro. Of course, Alexandro's an interesting player to watch them the other night. I'm not doing any boxing matches. This is just baby childish nonsense, that is. How does Fellaini get beaten in the air there? You know, if I wasn't so relaxed and happy about the result today, I'd probably be furious with that, but I can just go up yours. And the fact that it's Mandzukic, who's got the most irritating face on FIFA, makes me want to say all sorts of obscenities at him, but I do just watch this and think, how does Fellaini not win that header against... Who is it? Because they're on their arse. 23, is it Emre Can? Joke. I did used to like wrestling, Rays, but I haven't watched it for years. I would never sing Michael Jackson songs. To be honest with you, it's got nothing to do with the rumours about Michael Jackson, who is dead, so he probably doesn't care anyway. But I've never liked Michael Jackson songs. And people always go, oh, you've got to like a Michael Jackson song. To me, they're just... They're not terrible, but they're not... I think the one song that I didn't mind when I was younger was "Heal the World." I say this in a non-antagonist, non-incendiary way. I think you like Michael Jackson songs more when you're a kid. Maybe that was intentional, but I certainly am not a fan of his songs now. Can you sing Coldplay's song, Mark? Says the Game Face HD. Trying to think of something to do with winning a game. A good Coldplay song. It's a bit upbeat. That's a hard question. I can't think. They're all so negative. A lot of people love Michael Jackson. You see, that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that. But for me, no. Fix Shoes good, very upbeat. I can't do that. He's got a good range, Chris Martin, and I ain't got it. Anyway, look, I am gonna go and get a bit of sleep. I didn't realise it had gone midnight. That was a long stream. That was a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. I'll be back on here tomorrow, probably around sort of 2 o'clock, because I'll probably be doing a United Stand Juventus preview at 1. So we'll just go live on here after that. Hope you are all having a great evening. We've had a great day. It's been a great result, a very memorable one, and I'm glad. It such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on. You just keep me hanging on. There's a good line in there somewhere. Oh, such a perfect day. I'm glad I spent it with you. Do 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 do. Too low. Oh, such a perfect day. You just keep me hanging on. You just keep me hanging on. Anyway, I'm going to get some rest. See you tomorrow. Thanks for watching. It's not quite time for Christmas songs, is it? But see you later. See you later.